Last month, the Maine Turnpike Authority announced plans for a connector highway from I-95 in South Portland into Gorham. The project would take a handful of years to build, and it's designed to drastically reduce congestion through village streets in southern Maine.
Tonight, while the MTA asks for input from the public on this proposal, News Center Maine's David Guilford lays out the plan and hears from people who say they will be directly impacted.
The Maine Turnpike opened in 1947 when far fewer cars filled our roads. The latest plan to reduce congestion is meeting resistance from folks who argue the plan puts some of Maine's most precious working land at risk.
For 2 decades, the Maine Turnpike Authority says southern Maine has needed a highway connector from I-95 in South Portland to surrounding communities like Gorham, Westbrook, and Scarborough.
These roads are already congested. We're not seeing traffic growth on some of these roads because they're so full that no other cars can get through in an hour. So they're finding cutoff routes.
Aaron Courtney with the Maine Turnpike Authority said the towns themselves for years asked the legislature for relief.
Some of what we need from them is across the street on this side.
In February, the MTA announced this, the Gorham Connector, a 4.5-mile lateral highway from exit 45 in South Portland to just south of Gorham Village off of Route 114.
This alternative that we've picked has the least amount of damage and impacts to environment, community.
In Westbrook, one of the region's most famous neighbors doesn't like the plan.
Asphalt is a farm's last crop.
The proposed connector would run through a piece of Smiling Hill Farm's western border. 12th generation farmer Warren Knight worried the 304-year-old farm would be in jeopardy if the connector is built.
You need a farm, you need to have land. And any loss of land challenges the economic viability of the agricultural enterprise.
Courtney agreed farmland is vital, but added that this route would require buying out the smallest number of homes possible during a housing crisis.
We had to try to make a road, squeeze it in, and not do harm. And you have to weigh those things out.
The MTA asked for feedback and ideas from the public at the first of multiple input meetings Monday night. Knight and others who spoke at the farm against the highway plan intended to be there.
The MTA said while the current plan is the best they could devise, they could very well make changes based on comments at Monday night's meeting. Meanwhile, Knight said they're all in defending their farm and didn't rule out legal action down the road. In Westbrook, David Guilford, News Center, Maine.